Billionaire mom sees black waitress feeding her blind daughter, and changes her life forever. The city's most prestigious restaurant sparkled with chandeliers and clinking wine glasses. Only the rich, the powerful, the untouchable dined here. At the corner of the room, a black waitress named Naomi moved quickly from table to table, balancing trays heavier than her tired arms could bear. She kept her head down, swallowed the insults, and smiled even when customers snapped their fingers at her like she was a servant. But what no one in that glittering room saw was the truth: Naomi wasn't just working. She was surviving. Because in the kitchen, hidden behind swinging doors, sat her little girl, Ava, just 7 years old, blind since birth. Naomi couldn't afford childcare, so she begged the chef to let her daughter sit quietly with coloring books while she worked. But that night, Ava was hungry. Naomi stole a moment, kneeling by her daughter, spoon-feeding her the simplest meal she could afford, a bowl of plain rice she had saved from the staff dinner. "Is it good, baby?" Naomi whispered. Ava smiled, her clouded eyes lifting. "It's the best thing ever, Mama. 'Cause you're here." What neither of them knew was that someone was watching. At the far end of the restaurant, Vivienne Sterling, a billionaire businesswoman with a reputation as cold as ice, froze mid-bite. She had been dining with investors, her diamonds glittering brighter than the chandeliers, but her gaze was locked on the sight of Naomi feeding Ava. She excused herself from the table, her heels clicking like thunder across marble floors. The entire restaurant fell silent as the billionaire approached the waitress. Naomi jumped to her feet, terrified. Had she broken a rule? Would she be fired? Vivienne's voice cut through the air. "Is that your daughter?" Naomi stammered. "Why yes, ma'am." "I'm sorry, I'll take her outside," but Vivienne held up a hand. Her eyes softened in a way no one had ever seen. "No. Don't apologize. She's beautiful." The investors whispered. Customers scoffed. One man muttered, "Why is she wasting her time with the help?" But Vivienne ignored them. She knelt before Ava, her designer gown sweeping the floor. "Hello, darling," she said gently. "What's your name?" Ava tilted her head, listening. "I'm Ava." "And who are you?" Vivienne swallowed hard. "I'm just Vivienne." Ava reached out and touched Vivienne's face with her small hands, exploring her features. The room gasped. Naomi's cheeks burned with humiliation. "I'm sorry, ma'am. We'll leave. Please don't tell my manager." But Vivienne stood tall and turned to the entire restaurant. Her voice rang out, "Shame on every one of you. You mock her for working, for surviving, for raising a daughter alone. But I see more strength in this woman than in all of you combined." The room went dead silent. Naomi trembled, tears rolling down her cheeks. Then Vivienne said the words that changed everything: "From this moment forward, Naomi and Ava will never struggle again." The next morning, headlines blazed across the nation: "Billionaire adopts blind girl's education," and her single mother. Vivienne paid for Ava's medical care, promising to fund every surgery, every opportunity. She gave Naomi a new home, not as a maid, but as a trusted partner in her foundation. When reporters asked why, Vivienne simply said, "Because in her eyes, I saw the daughter I lost. And in Naomi, I saw the mother I wish I could have been." The same customers who once mocked Naomi now stood in shame. They had witnessed a moment of grace, but only Vivienne had acted. Naomi no longer wore an apron in silence. She stood proud, her daughter's hand in hers, proof that dignity could not be bought, only recognized. And Ava. Her laughter echoed louder than the chandeliers ever shone. Because sometimes, one act of kindness doesn't just change a night, it changes a life forever.